Hello guys, and welcome to another video, and this video is handler foul. So I was at training a couple of weeks ago, I think it was now, and as ever went out to do patrol training. So I put on like the chest harness for the camera and went out and done the patrol. Now in this video in this patrol there is a mistake from me, and it's a mistake I've made before whilst doing sort of the internal stuff. And I think the best way to do it is I'll show you the patrol, see if you can see where the problem or where my mistake was, and then afterwards we'll have a chat about it. Shoot on handler! Shoot on handler! Now you had to show yourself. Shoot on handler! If you're injured or need assistance, let me know, and I'll get you some. Shoot on handler! Dog finds you stand still, won't be harmed. Where is he, mate? Whoa! Shoot on handler! Last chance or I'll send the dog! Sending the dog! Find him, Coop. Find him, mate. Find him. Find him, where is he? Oh, fuck. Done anything. Shoot on handler! Dog knows you there. Where is he, Coop? Where is he? Where is he? Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa!
Remember what I said about coming corners?
Yeah.
That's why I got fucking ball out there and coming. That went well.
Good boy, mate, well done. You alright? Good boy. So what? Yeah, so what? Obviously, because he was on a scent and I was just following him.
That's right.
What?
When you come to narrow things,
Yeah.
I could have been standing there with a big fucking iron bar.
Yeah.
Okay? So the idea is take it wide,
Yeah.
so that you've got clear view and your dog gets clear view. Your dog knew I was there straight away.
Yeah.
So as you come round there, just take it wide. And
Right.
have a look. Give your dog a chance as well.
Okay.
Other than that, no problem. He's done his job.
So dog good, me shit.
Yeah. I'll have that tonight.
Well done, mate. Good find.
That treats for you, none for you.
Yeah, good boy. Oh. So as you can see from that sort of patrol video, it would have been very similar to ones you've seen before, and I think a lot of the time people look at these videos, and I've always said like every patrol is very similar, or every patrol training is very similar, but there's always something that's different. So in this video you would have seen that we went down sort of, I sent the dog and we was looking down the right hand side. Dog realised that the trainer, the person that we're looking for, is not there. Therefore we turned left and made our way into sort of like the village, let's call it the village area. And as you can see, the dog was going in there and you can see him looking around. He goes to go a couple of different ways. Now he could smell the scent, but he was trying to work out the best way to get there. And you can see at one point we stand around in the middle and you can just see him just air scenting, just sniffing and trying to work out where the scent is coming from. And then all of a sudden you see he goes bang, right there it is, and he pulls me into a certain section of like the village. And as we're going through there, you can see that the dog is on a scent, so I'm letting him lead me to where that scent is going to end, i.e. where the trainer is going to be. And as you can see, he goes down like a pathway, like quite a tightish pathway. And that's where my mistake was, is that as soon as we started going down that pathway, I should have reined him in and got him on a shorter lead and had him walk in front of me, sort of between my legs, but more like in front. So maybe half in the lead, so I had about 3 foot of lead, and just letting him walk in front of me, sniffing. Then what happened wouldn't have happened. So as you can see, as we're walking through that pathway, you can see he takes a sharp left and then a left again, and the dog is round the corner before I can see what's round the corner. Now there's a couple of different issues with that, and like I say, if I'd had him on like maybe a 3 foot lead, he wouldn't have been able to get round that corner without me being able to see. The 2 issues with that is A, if the trainer, if this wasn't a training situation, then this would have been a worker, and my dog is different to maybe some others, is that he could have gone round and bit that person before I'd been able to react, before I even knew that that person was there. So that would have been an issue. And the second, and the point in which Terry pointed out, is that he could have been a trespasser, a criminal, who could have been waiting around the corner with a big pole in his hand, and he could have battered the dog, or he could have hit me as I walked around the corner, because the dog went round there and then I appeared. If the dog didn't go in for the bite straight away, as I walked around the corner, he could have smacked me over the head with a pole. So they're the 2 kind of issues. The first one, like I say, if it just could be a worker that's been on site and you didn't realise they were still there, the dog goes round, bites the worker, and you don't realise until you walk round the corner, then that is a big issue. Obviously, the other issue is that the dog could go around the corner, and as you follow, someone could hit you with something as you go round. So that is my mistake. It's a mistake I've made in the internal one as well, is where I let the dog go around the corner, and I need to learn from that. And I think one of the issues with doing this kind of patrol training and it being quite routine, and like obviously we've done it hundreds of times and different things like that, is I've always said about the protection side. So when we do the protection side at training, like my dog knows the trainer, my dog understands the scenario, my dog knows he's not going to get hurt. He might get a few slaps or whatever it is, but nothing that's actually going to physically hurt him. So when it comes to the out and out aggression in sort of our protection work, or his protection work in that, it's different to the way I see him away from the training situation. And I think that's possibly why I make these little mistakes, is that I understand that the trainer is not going to hurt me. If the dog goes round the corner and then I walk round, I know that he's not going to hit me with something. I know he's not going to injure me, etc. So I think the problem that I'm having, or the problem that I've had with training, is that because I know that there's not an immediate danger to myself, I may be a little bit more relaxed than I probably would be, let's say, if this was a real life scenario. If there was a real life scenario and I was switched on to, right, someone could actually really try and hurt me here, maybe I wouldn't be as relaxed as letting the dog go around the corner, or I'll be more switched on to someone could be round this corner, therefore I need to do this certain thing to keep myself safe. And I think that's a problem. And the problem with that is that if you pick up bad habits in training, they do end up going into sort of real life situations. So what I need to do is I need to be a little bit more switched on and take it as real life. I've always said that I try and make it as real life as possible. The issue that I'm having at the moment is I'm not doing that, and I need to get back to like last year, or like 3-4 months ago, when I was doing it very seriously in terms of making sure that I do everything right, therefore that no bad habits creep in. And I'm not saying that I'm not doing it right, I'm not purposely doing it right. All right, mate, he's just walking his dog. I'm not saying that I'm purposely not doing it right, but I need to make sure that I do everything to the best of my ability, or as lifelike as possible, and make sure that I cut out them kind of mistakes, because them kind of mistakes, I'm not saying that that's going to cost me my team certificate or whatever it is with the dog, etc. But by doing these mistakes, they can tend to bleed into real life situations and can cause you, in the end, some injuries. So look guys, look, I understand that people will watch this and they'll have their comments about it, but what I've always said with my channel is that I want to show the good and the bad. Like, this is not a massive mistake in this scenario, but in a real life scenario that could be a massive mistake, and hopefully by documenting these kind of mistakes it will stop someone else from doing it further down the line. Now these are things that trainers will do to try and trick you up. The reason that my trainer did that was for me to get it wrong so he can point it out, and it'd be very easy if he made it very easy all the time and he never put that scenario in, then maybe I wouldn't be as switched on to it. So by him doing this scenario and me getting it wrong, it's easy for him to drill the point into me. And like I say, the trainers will always try different little things so that you do fail, but hopefully by failing you become a better handler. And like I say, by documenting this and holding my hands up and say, yeah, I messed up here, all right mate, it will hopefully stop someone else from doing it in the future. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below for loads more videos. There's a link in the description of this for my Patreon if you want to see more content. There's more content on my Patreon. From £3 a month you can help support me do what I do. And that's for now. I'll see you again next week. Cheers for watching. See you later. Bye.